Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. I greet you in the name of the most honorable prophet, Nat Turner, the greatest revolutionary to ever walk on American soil. Today, Sunday, August the 21st, 191 years ago today, 191 years ago today, on Sunday, August the 21st, 1831, Nat Turner, accompanied by Henry, Hark, Nelson, Sam, Will, Jack, led the greatest revolution ever on American soil for freedom, justice, and liberation. Nat Turner didn't wait for Joe Biden. Nat Turner didn't wait for the Congressional Black Caucus. Nat Turner didn't wait for the Black church. Nat Turner didn't wait for the Black celebrity. Nat Turner said that my people have a right to be free. They have a right to be free right now. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make them free right now. That's why I drove down here last night after landing in Philadelphia from Cleveland. That's why I drove down here last night. I was tired after my flight. I was a little weary after my flight. But when I remembered what Nat Turner did for me, when I remembered what Nat Turner did for you, when I remembered what Nat Turner did for African liberation, I said, I'm going to get in this car and I'm going to drive these 5 hours from Philadelphia to Nat Turner Land, Virginia. And so for those of you who still have time to get down here today, for those of you who value and honor the contribution that the Nat Turner Army made for us on Sunday, August the 21st, 1831, come on down, brothers and sisters. Go to natturnerlibrary.com right now. Go to natturnerlibrary.com right now and put the address in your GPS. Go to natturnerlibrary.com right now and put the address in your GPS. The program starts at noon. The tour will begin around 2. Dr. Umar will speak at 4. Dinner will be served at 6. We will close out at 8. There will be vendors. There will be vendors. There will be vendors. If you've never taken the Nat Turner tour, if you've never taken the Nat Turner tour, you need to get on down here to Drewryville, Virginia. Drewryville. Drewryville. Yes, today is my solar return. That is correct. Yes, today is my solar return. That is correct. Yes, today is the birthday for Queen Mother Barbara. Today is the birthday for Queen Mother Barbara. Today is the birthday for Queen Mother Barbara, but I didn't give birth. My Queen Mother gave birth to me. I didn't give birth. My Queen Mother gave birth to me on August the 21st. And so today is my born day or my earth day. Today is the day I came from heaven. Today is the day I came from heaven as a reincarnated ancestor through the dark matter in the black womb of my queen mother. I came from the Orun. I came from the heavens on August the 21st as a reincarnated ancestor coming back to finish the work that was left undone. I came through the dark matter in the black womb of Queen Mother Barbara. So this is my born day. This is my earth day. This is my solar return, but it is not my birthday. The birthday is for the mother. Only a mother can have a birthday. A man cannot have a birthday. A king cannot have a birthday. A prince cannot have a birthday. Only a mother can have a birthday. This is my born day, my earth day, my solar return, but it's not about me. It's not about me today. It's about the Haitian Revolution. It's about the Haitian Revolution. It's about the Haitian Revolution. Today, more than 200 years ago, in Haiti, Toussaint L'Ouverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and our Haitian African ancestors decided they had enough. On August the 21st, 1791, in Haiti, our ancestors, led by Toussaint L'Ouverture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Henry Christophe, and let us not forget the revolutionary Queen Mother ancestors of Haiti, they said, slavery ends today. They didn't wait for Barack Obama. They didn't wait for Joe Biden. They didn't wait for the U.S. Congress. They didn't wait for the United Nations. They didn't wait for the Congressional Black Caucus. They said, we're going to be free today. In the Haitian Revolution, which began on August the 21st. I said the Haitian Revolution, which began on August the 21st, 1791, culminated on January the 1st of 1804 as the first African nation in the Western Hemisphere to be birthed permanently from an insurrection of enslaved Africans. I said we celebrate our Haitian brothers and sisters today. We stand in solidarity with our Haitian brothers and sisters today. Today is the anniversary of the commencement of the Haitian Revolution. Today is the anniversary of the commencement of the Nat Turner Revolution to end slavery. The same day, 40 years apart. Is this a coincidence, brothers and sisters? The same day, 40 years apart. Is this a coincidence, brothers and sisters? Is it a coincidence that Toussaint L'Ouverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and others on August the 21st, 1791, initiated an emancipation liberation? And 40 years later on the same day, 40 years later on the same day, 40 years later on the same day, Nat Turner right here in Southampton County, Virginia, Nat Turner, 40 years later on the exact same day as the Haitian Revolution, Nat Turner led a revolution to end slavery in America. Was it a coincidence? There are no coincidences in the African reality. There are no coincidences in the African reality. And then 1955, 124 years later, 124 years after the Nat Turner War, Emmett Till from Chicago On August the 21st of 1955, Emmett Till from Chicago shows up in Money, Mississippi. Is this a coincidence? 124 years after Nat Turner, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old boy from Chicago, Emmett Till shows up in Money, Mississippi. He thought he was on summer vacation. Our ancestor, Emmett Till, rest in paradise. If you live in Chicago, if you go to Chicago, go and pay respects to the gravesite of Emmett Till and Mammy Till Mobley. I've been to the gravesite and paid my respects to Emmett Till and Mammy Till Mobley. My first visit ever to Chicago, I did that. 124 years after Nat Turner, on August the 21st, 1955, Emmett Till shows up in Money, Mississippi. Emmett Till thought he was on vacation. Emmett Till had no idea. Our ancestor, Emmett Till, had no idea. He was about to be a martyr. His blood would be a sacrifice that would initiate the modern civil rights and Black Power movements. Emmett Till had no idea. The Bible says, and I'm not a Christian. The Bible says, and I'm not a Christian. The Bible says, and I'm not a Christian, a child shall lead them. A child shall lead them. And on August the 21st, 1955, Emmett Till shows up for summer vacation, visiting his Uncle Mose in Money, Mississippi. He didn't know. On August the 21st, when Emmett Till got off that train from Chicago, he didn't know that his blood would be spilled as a sacrifice to initiate the modern civil rights movement and the modern Black Power movement. He shows up on August the 21st, 1955. 7 days later, Emmett Till's body. 7 days later, his body is found in the Tallahatchie River, connected to a cotton gin, which was supposed to keep him underwater, but truth crushed the earth shall rise again. Truth crushed the earth shall rise again. And his mother, Queen Mother Mammy Till Mobley, his mother, Queen Mother Mammy Till Mobley, said, we're going to keep that casket open at the funeral in Chicago. You're going to dig my son up because I never gave you permission to put him in the ground. She told the coroner in Money, Mississippi, you're going to dig my son up because I never gave you permission to put him in the ground. And she flew that body back to Chicago. The corpse of her son, spirit was on its way to heaven, but the flesh was still with us. His spirit was on the way to heaven, but his flesh was still with us. His spirit was on the way to heaven, but Emmett Till's flesh was still with us. And she flew that corpse to Chicago. And she said, we're going to keep this casket open so the world can see. We're going to keep this casket open so the world can see what America allowed to happen to my son. And the embarrassment, the pain, the rage of Black people sparked a spiritual fire, not a literal fire. The rage of Africans around the world sparked a spiritual fire. And that spiritual fire motivated an ancestor by the name of Rosa Parks. In December of 55, a few months later, I said, Mammy Till Mobley's courage to bear her son's disfigured corpse to the world In the fall of 55, motivated Rosa Parks. Motivated Rosa Parks a few months later in December of 55 to not give up her seat on the bus. Emmett Till inspired Rosa Parks. We not gonna take it no more. And Rosa Parks' refusal to give up that seat gave birth to the modern civil rights era in a black pastor from Atlanta. A little known black pastor from Atlanta who just got back from earning his seminary degree in Chester, Pennsylvania. Chester, Pennsylvania. Chester, Pennsylvania. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. just appointed to be the pastor of 16th Baptist Church in Montgomery, I believe it was. One of the churches in Montgomery. He just came from Chester, Pennsylvania. Shout out to my Chester, Pennsylvania Africans. You're only 20 minutes from FDMG. It's time to organize. It's time to organize. And so Dr. King was selected to lead the Montgomery Improvement Association. The Montgomery Improvement Association. Now let me go back for a minute. Let me go back for one African minute. I was in Harlem Wednesday celebrating Garvey's 135th. I was in Harlem Wednesday celebrating Garvey's 135th. I was in Harlem Wednesday keynoting the 135th solar return of the greatest Pan-Africanist of all time, Marcus Garvey. But let me tell you a little secret about the Montgomery Improvement Association. That name, Montgomery Improvement Association, sounds very close to Universal Negro Improvement Association, the Garvey movement. I said the Montgomery Improvement Association, MIA, sounds very similar to UNIA. And the reason MIA, Montgomery Improvement Association, sounds so similar to Universal Negro Improvement Association is because there were Garveyites involved in the Montgomery bus boycott. I'm going to say it again. It was members of the Garvey movement. There was red, black, and green brothers and sisters in the Montgomery bus boycott. Queen Mother Moore was an influential part of the Montgomery Improvement Association. So for 381 days, not an African in Montgomery rode a bus. For 381 days, not an African in Montgomery rode the bus. There was Garvey energy in the Montgomery Improvement Association. So I want you to see how the Haitian Revolution influenced the Nat Turner Revolution. The Nat Turner Revolution influenced the Emmett Till Civil Rights Black Power Revolution. And then on August the 21st, 1971, August the 21st, 1971, August the 21st, 1971, 16 years after Emmett Till was lynched. 16 years after Emmett Till was lynched, an ancestor by the name of George Jackson, Soledad brother, on August the 21st, 1971, Dr. King has been martyred. Malcolm has been martyred. Fred Hampton has been martyred. Medgar Evers has been martyred. Our Prentice Bunchy Carter has been martyred. John Huggins has been martyred. Little Bobby Hutton has been martyred. But on August the 21st, 1971, George Jackson from the California Correctional Facility, George Jackson, Soledad brother, Black Guerrilla family. I said on August the 21st, 1971, from the California penal institution, another revolutionary would be born. His name would not be Toussaint Louverture. His name would not be Jean-Jacques Dessalines. His name would not be the prophet Nat Turner. His name would be George Jackson Soledad Brother. On August the 21st, 1971, George Jackson said, enough is enough. And just like Nat Turner, just like Toussaint Louverture, just like Jean-Jacques Dessalines, George Jackson and his fellow inmates on the slave plantation of the California Penal Institution on August the 21st, 1971, rose up in rebellion. It was a holy war. George Jackson, Black Guerrilla Family, Soledad Brother, Black Liberation Army rose up in rebellion. And they fought the police. They fought the guards. And he was this close to his freedom. Soledad Brother George Jackson was this close to his freedom on August the 21st, 1971, when a policeman's rifle's bullet pierced his skull and ended his life. He died on August the 21st, the same day he led the revolution against mass incarceration, August 21st, 1971. For those of you who are Christians, for those of you who believe in the Black Messiah, Yeshua of Ethiopia, for those of you who believe in the Black Messiah, Yeshua of Ethiopia, he was born on August the 21st. There's at least one Bible in circulation right now that definitively lists the date of Jesus Christ's birth as August the 21st. So today is not about me. I'm just lucky to be born on the greatest day for African liberation in the Western Hemisphere. I said I'm just lucky to be born on the greatest day for African liberation in the Western Hemisphere. But there's no coincidences. I did not incarnate on August the 21st by accident. I am here to finish the works of Toussaint Louverture. I am here to finish the works of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. I am here to finish the works of the prophet Nat Turner. I am here to finish the works that was initiated by Emmett Till with the birth of the civil rights movement and the Black Power movement. I am here to finish the works of George Jackson, Soledad Brother. I am here to finish the works of the Black Christ of Ethiopia, who's tattooed on my shoulder. I said, I got Black Jesus on my shoulder. I said, I got Black Jesus on my shoulder, because when you are born on August the 21st, you have a revolutionary responsibility to African liberation. I said, when you are born on August the 21st, you have a revolutionary responsibility for African people. So I'm going to get ready to close. To get ready to head on over to the Nat Turner Library. I'm going to get ready to close to head on over to the Nat Turner Library. I hope you go to natturnerlibrary.com. I hope you go to natturnerlibrary.com. I hope you go to natturnerlibrary.com. I hope I see you. I don't care if you show up at 12 o'clock. I don't care if you show up at 2 o'clock. I don't care if you show up at 4 o'clock in time for my lecture. I don't care if you show up at 6 o'clock in time for dinner. I don't care if you show up at 8 o'clock right before closeout. You need to come, pour libation, smell the air, feel the cotton You can still see the cotton growing around Nat Turner land. Go to the church where he preached. Go to the prison where they held him. Go to the land where they took his life, brothers and sisters. Go to Cabin Pond. Baba Khalifa on the Nat Turner tour is going to take you to Cabin Pond, where on August the 21st, 1831, Henry, Hark, Nelson, Sam, Jack, Will sat down. They slaughtered a pig. The Haitian Revolution, they slaughtered a pig and had a celebration to bring in the revolution. The Bois Kwa Iman in Haiti, they slaughtered a pig. It was a sacrifice to the ancestors, the Egum, a sacrifice to Ogun, the father of war and power. Nat Turner did the same thing that our Haitian brothers and sisters did at Cabin Pond on August the 21st, 1831, August the 21st, 1791, Emmett Till, August the 21st, 1955, George Jackson, August the 21st, 1971. I'm just fortunate enough to be born on that day. We're going back to Africa next year, brothers and sisters. We are going back to Africa next year, brothers. We are going back to Africa. 2 trips to Africa. Listen up. 2 trips to Africa in 2023 with Dr. Umar, Prince of Pan-Africanism Airlines, Prince of Pan-Africanism Airlines, Prince of Pan-Africanism Airlines. The first 2 weeks in March, the first 2 weeks in March, the first 2 weeks in March of 2023, we are taking the Dr. Umar West Africa Group Tour. The Dr. Umar West Africa Group Tour, first 2 weeks in March. We are going to 4 countries in 14 days. 4 countries in 14 days, the first 2 weeks of March. We are going to Senegal, so we can visit Gorée Island, the slave dungeon that gave birth to Dr. Umar's personal spiritual revolution. I said we going to Gorée Island, Senegal, to the slave dungeon that gave birth to Dr. Umar's personal spiritual revolution. We going to Guinea-Bissau to pay honor to Amilcar Cabral, one of the greatest agricultural scientists and African revolutionaries of all time. We are going to the Gambia, to Jufre Island, where Alex Haley traced his roots to. We're going to go and build with our African brothers and sisters in the Gambia and witness the great culture of Gambia, the great culture of Guinea-Bissau, the great culture of Senegal. And the 4th country, the 4th and final country of the Dr. Umar West African Tour of March 2023 will be Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, and we're going to go to the gravesite of Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden, the great Pan-Africanist scholar, the great Pan-Africanist leader, the great Pan-Africanist statesman, born in Leo season, August the 3rd, Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden. I get to visit his grave for the first time. I get to visit the grave of the former Secretary of State of the nation of Liberia, buried in Sierra Leone, Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden. 4 countries, 14 days. Are you ready? Get your passport ready. Save your money up. Get your passport ready. Save your money up for the West African tour. And then, if you can't come with me in March, if you can't come with me to West Africa in March, come with me to East Africa and South Africa in the summer of 2023. The last week of July, first week of August. The last week of July, first week of August, 2023, we go back to Ethiopia. We go back to Ethiopia to visit the shrine of His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. We go into Ethiopia to visit the shrine of Emperor Menelik II, fellow Leo. Selassie I was a Leo. Emperor Selassie I was a Leo. Emperor Menelik was a Leo, born on August the 17th, Emperor Menelik II, born on August the 17th, just like Marcus Garvey. And then after we visit the rock churches of Ethiopia and the National Museum of Ethiopia and eat the Ethiopian food and breathe the Ethiopian air where God put the first human being in Ethiopia, I said man was born in Ethiopia, the land before time, brothers and sisters. I don't come from America. I don't come from Morocco. I don't come from Mexico. I come from the land before time. And when we done with the Ethiopian tour, we fly to South Africa. We fly to South Africa. We fly to South Africa. Johannesburg, Apartheid Museum, Soweto, Nelson and Winnie Mandela Home Museum. We're going to go to Durban, Zululand, the Zulu Kingdom, the Shaka Zulu movie set tour. We're going to go to Cape Town, Robben Island, and get on the boat and go over to the prison island, Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela and Robert Sobukwe and other political prisoners who fought to destroy apartheid were incarcerated and even murdered, brothers and sisters. I said we're going to have an African Liberation Party in Johannesburg. We're going to have an African Liberation Party in Pretoria. We're going to have an African Liberation Party in Soweto. We're going to have an African Liberation Party in Durban. We're going to have an African Liberation Party in Zululand. We're going to have an African Liberation Party in Cape Town, South Africa. So my Zulu South Africans, get ready. My Xhosa South Africans, get ready. My Swazi South Africans, get ready. The prince is coming back. The prince is coming back. Only 25 people. Only 25 people. Only 25 people will be allowed to attend each tour. I'm going to pre-screen you. I don't want no haters. If you don't like me, stay the off my tour. I'm going to pre-screen you. No haters. If you have not donated to FDMG, you're not going on my tour. If you have not donated to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, you're not going on my tour. If you a hater, if you down with my haters, you're not going on my tour because I don't with people who with my haters. I said I don't with people who with my haters. I said I don't with people who with my haters. So if you are a hater, you're not going to the West African tour in March. If you're a hater, you're not going to the East and South African tour in July and August. London, England, September the 24th. Get your tickets at SeriousTickets.com. London, England, September the 24th. Get your tickets at SeriousTickets.com. South Africa, Limpopo Men's Conference, November 18th and 19th. Zimbabwe, 9th Pan-African Congress, Zimbabwe. The 9th Pan-African Congress in Zimbabwe, October the 14th through the 19th. October the 14th through the 19th. October the 14th through the 19th, Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, 9th Pan-African Conference. I will be in the building, God willing. Chicago, Illinois, September 5th, African Festivals of the Arts, Authors Pavilion, 2 o'clock. Chicago, I am back, September the 5th. Chicago, I am back, September the 5th. Chicago, I am back, September the 5th at the International Festival of the Arts in Washington Park. I will be on the Authors Pavilion at 2 o'clock speaking to parents, a back-to-school seminar totally free for Chicago parents. I said a back-to-school seminar totally free for Chicago parents on Monday, September the 5th. Monday, September the 5th, 5 days before the FDMG Festival. 5 days before the FDMG Festival, I will be in Chicago at the Authors Corner of the International Festival of the Arts, 2 o'clock, Washington Park. So it's time to go pay respect to the greatest. It's time to get off this phone and go pay respect to the greatest. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I salute the Haitian Revolution veterans. I salute the Nat Turner Revolution veterans. I salute the Emmett Till Civil Rights Black Power Revolution veterans. I salute the Soledad brother George Jackson, Black Guerrilla Family, Black Liberation Army Revolution veterans, brothers and sisters. And now it's time for us. The ancestors did their job. The ancestors did their job. The ancestors did their job. It's time for us to do our job. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism by any means necessary. Black power.